what makes it so worthwhile and so like what brings satiety, which is like ultimate happiness and playful energy, is literally the inner child being awakened. Because even if we have feminine, masculine, you know, we're just giving and receiving. We're not present and actually enjoying,
full joying, like
right,
with the conscious awareness that the child. It's like the imagination. I am magic.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TTALK, where it is you plus me plus a lovely cup of tea. And today we are back with another episode. If you guys are new here, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Nala Asa Shakur, also known as Tyler A. Norman. I am the author of the book Love Starts Here. This book takes you down a life-changing journey of learning how to love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself within your own energy within, so you can reflect that in your outer world. So there's activities, poems, drawings, all sorts of, you know, creative expressions in here to help one on their journey of love. So I'm also the owner and CEO of the All Natural, which is your one-stop holistic health shop, where we provide all your needs for a natural lifestyle. Okay, so now that we're done with the mouthful, this is you guys' first Tea Talk episode. This is just a safe and safer space where we come, we sip our tea, and we talk the real tea, which is how to heal thyself. So if you guys don't have your tea already, pause the video, go ahead and get you a cup. We are sipping on some lemon, ginger, lemongrass, honey, turmeric, apple cider vinegar tea. Woo! Amazing for gut health, amazing for detoxification, getting rid of mucus, boosting the metabolism, and all of that. So now that I'm done, I want to introduce somebody. This is a special Tea Talk episode. It is a first of many. So this is our first with microphones, professional, you know, more lighting and just a better background and setup. This is also our 50th episode. Woo! It's our 50th episode of Tea Talk, going consistently since last year. And this is our Tea Talk with our very first guest. So I want you all to welcome my beautiful, beautiful, loving sister. She is the owner of Moontime Miracles. She is a diviner and also the owner of Open Sessions, which is a beautiful space of expression. But without further ado, this is my love, Sita.
Hey y'all. So thankful to be the first guest and to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Tea Talk with my girl. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, so let's get into everything. So y'all know how we work. I'm going to go ahead and get into a prayer. Then we're going to do some announcements and go ahead and start pulling cards and get into conversation, okay? So for the prayer, we're going to start off with 3 deep breaths. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator, for this space. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this gift and this energy and this newness, this expression that we are able to tap into. Thank you for your divine wisdom that is already ready for us to hear and experience today. Thank you for myself, for my beautiful sister, for all those watchers and listeners out there. Thank you for this divine message that we're about to receive that we can apply to our personal lives at this moment. Whatever affirmations we need, whatever clarity, inner overstanding that we need in this moment. I set the intention to the ancestors, angels, and spirit guides, Mother, Father, Creator, the balance of it all. I pray that you clear this space and allow us to be a vessel for true divine healing. Thank you, God. Ashe.
So it is Ashe.
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
This tea is amazing, by the way.
Thank you. So as far as announcements, guys, I really don't have anything like super important. I'm just gonna shout out them juice cleanses, you know, juice cleanses. Get y'all some. I just sold some at an event, actually an Open Sessions event over the weekend. It was beautiful. My beautiful sister invited me. It was amazing. People loved it. We were vibing.
Yes.
Vibing.
It was our first healing session in the community.
See y'all, this is them. Okay. Now I
Stop.
gotta record again. Amber alert went off, so now I gotta start recording. But it's okay because, like I said, Tea Talk is natural and authentic, so we keep it real.
for surely. But yeah, we had our first healing session over the weekend. It was really amazing, and I had me some juicy too. So get y'all juice cleanse.
Super, super good. Okay. So let's just get into the message for today, Spirit. What do you have today? I keep seeing this card. So we got some alchemy going on.
Of course.
We have some alchemy going on. So guys, like, moving forward with T-Talk, I'm just trying to expand this podcast, open it up just to be, you know, I want it to grow. I want it to expand. And so I'm just really excited about, you know, having my first guest, having microphones, and just like the growth. Because I actually started T-Talk back in 2018. And I was doing it on my phone, just on Instagram TV, quick little videos, stopped for a while, tried to pick it back up. But then I finally picked it back up like consistently August last year. So it's almost about to be a year. And just by like talking about that and starting off with, you know, that story, I feel like a lot of today's message is just going to be talking about like staying consistent in your journey.
Yeah, the fruits of the labor.
Staying consistent in your journey, because we've got alchemy, we have effort, wealth, queen of disc, we have satiety, which is like ultimate happiness. So like these cards is a lot of like earthly energy, 3D energy, literally. And it's like
Queen of disc, that's Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just abundance.
Queen of earth energy.
Yeah.
I feel like part of the message is like, yes, when we're here on earth, we're spiritual beings. We are 100% divine and aligned, and we are aligned with abundance as our natural birthright. However, in manifestations, it is our natural birthright. However, a lot of us being, you know, so heavily tapped in our spiritual, we forget that we're also a human, and we feel like abundance is my birthright, so I literally have to do nothing and everything is just going to come to me, you know. And that's actually one of the hard lessons that I have had to learn. It's not like I wasn't doing anything, but I also wasn't necessarily putting forth full force the efforts that I needed to be able to maintain and receive this wealth, this, you know, queen of this, right, that physical energy. Because it's like, if we think about it, doing spiritual work, that's the invisible. So doing spiritual work is going to bring a lot of spiritual healing, you know?
And work.
Yeah.
Literally.
And it's like, in order to get those 3D, you know, manifestations and like the things in this physical 3D world, it's like we have to do actual work here.
Yeah, it's like
on earth.
We operate in a dual universe, so it's give and receive, give and receive. You only get as much as you give. People can manifest, you know, by being monks, but it's like that's when they want to be completely detached from the worldly things. Right. But if you want to see manifestations of wealth and what's his word? Satiety and alchemy, and like be the queen of discs and manifestations, you have to put forth a level of effort. Like there's a law of attraction, but it don't work without the law of effort. And so, yeah. Or it's like Mawali says, also dual to balance, give and take, give and receive. The balance of masculine and feminine energy.
And that's the thing, like you bring up balance of masculine and feminine. I have learned recently, and actually I just read it in my book the other day. It was a chapter that was about balance on the masculine and feminine. And it talks about we need both of those energies to even be able to like run a business or to be able to receive the fruits of our labor, because we need our feminine to be able to do that creative work and do that inner work and, you know, do all of that inner growth. But we need our masculine to be able to express that and put that in the outer world and, you know...
Yeah, to create the container for the fluidity to flow.
Right, exactly. To create the space for wealth to flow, you know, for abundance.
For it to be sustained. Because it's like the feminine can draw it in all we want.
Exactly.
But it's like if we're not activating our own masculine discipline, then it's like... It's just frivolous. We can be very frivolous with it. So we have to be balanced within those energies, you know, to see it all be sustained long term.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, I love this card. This manifestation card.
Me too. I feel like too. This is a great message for the collective that comes through with the number 9, and like even this card of just like, I don't know how to say this deity's name, but it's such a beautiful card. Like there's clouds, it's rain, but she's dancing. It's like she's Millie rocking through the pressure for real, and like that's that 9 energy. That's it's the wrap up. It's like Oya energy. It's like you have to go through the hardship, the transformation, the storm to get to seeing the rainbow,
This is fast.
So, and I think a lot of people in the collective with this last full moon that we've had has just been going through that of like deep ego death, deep transformations, but having to like move gracefully and with poise throughout the whole situation. So yeah.
And to me, that is cosmic power. And this is what this card says, cosmic power. And it's interesting because I actually watched this TV series called The Man Who Fell to Earth. If y'all heard about it, y'all know what I'm talking about. But it is actually very deeply spiritual. And this alien, he comes to Earth and he learns the human experience. And he learns about, love and what love really is. And there was this, the second to last episode was, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, it was so powerful. And he speaks about just observing the human experience, and he talks about they have something on this planet called joy. And he's showing clips of people with their families and being in love and just like on vacation and everything that we call joy, eating together, breaking bread. And he's like, I wish we had this on our planet, but part of me wishes we didn't, because on the other side is grief. And that's what's on this card right here. And it's like, that is the balance of everything, the feminine and masculine. It's like grief. The exchange for joy is grief and pain. So it's like, even when we're doing all this work and trying to attain our wealth, it's also, we gonna hit some hard times.
That's when you really tapped in with the flow of nature, then you really understand like death, grief, mourning, like all of that is a part of the human experience. Like we come here to alchemize. That's what this alchemy card is like. And then that's what's the Sagittarius? That's optimism, like being optimistic about the pain. And like the poem that I shared at Open Sessions and talking about just going, like this whole experience is about receiving peace and pleasure, but like there's a balance of pain and grief that comes through with that. And like it's deep heart chakra work. That's why I really love the Allah card, because she's just it's all that heart chakra energy,
You know what else? A realization that I had this morning is that when we balance that feminine and masculine, those lower chakras, root, sacral, solar plexus, I feel like they all have their own energies within, but I feel like those are mostly 3D, mostly feminine energies. And our higher chakras are our masculine, our spiritual energies. So our inner child lies in the heart space. So that's why like we do our most deeper inner child healing like in love, when our hearts are tied to somebody.
Yeah, and I think too, even like not just inner child, but like the Trinity healing, like the Trinity comes together. It's literally the heart chakra is the middle. All 3 lower and all 3 higher come together in that, so it's like the mother gets her healing there, the father gets his healing there, the inner child, it's just so
the Trinity.
Yes, truly.
And I feel like even going back to what we talked about at first, like having to put in that effort in the physical realm to get manifestations, I feel like what makes it so worthwhile and so like what brings satiety, which is like ultimate happiness and playful energy, is literally the inner child being awakened. Because even if we have feminine, masculine, we're just giving and receiving. We're not present and actually enjoying.
Full joying, like with the conscious awareness that the child, it's like the imagination. I am magic. Imagine, like it's, I feel that. I feel that a lot. I appreciate that too. I'm going to pull some cards too. Just to...
The importance of the Holy Trinity.
This is what I was talking about. Yes, like this is the Spirit Fox. It talks about trusting your talents in trying times. Like, that's how you manifest, is by, you know, just like with TTALK, just being consistent. Like, no matter what you're going through on a Tuesday, no matter how hard your day has been, your morning has been, you're going to get up and you're going to record this, you know, record this video. And, like, I respect that a lot. And that is what brings forth the manifestation of higher quality, you know, and just, just by trusting that you are in this part of your process for a reason, you know.
I feel like that'd be part of, like, the test of our faith, too.
Yeah, truly. It's like this same card, and, like, I love divining, because it, no matter what deck you use, it's always going to give you the same message. It's like these two cards are this card in one. Wow. You know? It's like the sky and the storms. Like, you got to go through the storms and go through, especially for us as women, like, trusting that divine masculine within, the father within, that's like, it's cool, like, I know you hear the thunder, I know you're afraid, but it's like, no, like, just trusting in what you cannot see or what you do not know, and dancing through it, really rocking through the pressure to get to the manifestation. So yeah,
I feel that. And, like, kind of going back to what I was saying, I feel like having that faith, your faith during those trying times is, like, I feel like that speeds up your manifestations even more. Because, like, probably a couple weeks ago, I was watching a Steve Harvey, like, interview, and he was putting this whole analogy together, this whole metaphor. And he was saying, like, you know, as soon as you pray for something, it gets sent off to you immediately. It gets sent to you immediately, as soon as you ask for it. But the thing where people, you know, kind of fall off is that package, we never get the arrival time. We don't ever get the arrival time.
There's no ETA.
And that package can only arrive with faith, by faith. So we ask for something and it's on our way to us, but that much is going to get lost when we start drifting and losing our faith. Like,
and that's reflective of an actual package. Like real life. Like, it is. If you anticipated something so much and so hard, and even if you got the arrival, the delivery date, it's not gonna come when you even thought it was gonna come, because you're too attached to it coming to you. And so, of course, the universe gonna come through like, hey, you gotta let go. You gotta let go of that. It actually may not never come because you tripping.
And that just goes in with the card that says trust in the unknown. And, like, this may be like switching the topic a little bit, but I feel like I just feel called to go into it a little bit. But, like, I have recently, just with, like, going through struggles and everything of life and seeing other people, I was always the person that was like, couldn't be me. I would never do that. Like, y'all different. You're responding. I would never. I am too spiritually enlightened for some shit like that. Until, like, I just went through some hard times and I started seeing my responses, and I was like, wow, literally everything that we see in somebody, like whatever reaction, whatever response, it's literally present in us. And, like, we could reflect that same response at any given time. Like, that's why, like, judgment and, like, judging people is so, like, we can literally judge no one for anything, because we're all on this same plane, like, trying to struggle through the same shit, like, so we can never say, oh, that couldn't be. God might be like, motherfucker, that's about to be you tomorrow just because you said that. Like,
exactly. Yeah, it's really humbling, like, going through those kinds of situations where it's like, nah, I wouldn't have did that. And then like, even with divining, like, I always was like, I'm never gonna charge people to read cards. Like, I'm never, what? No, never. I don't have the right to do that. And then, like, as I would go through my initiation and go through the process and, like, go through all of the things that gave me the rights, you know, and then have different situations where it was like people was like throwing money at me, like, no, give me a reading and here's money now. Like, so it's just like, okay, just being open, like, really being open and trusting in the unknown and trusting in your talents, like, truly. And then, like, these last two cards that came out of my deck, the Medicine Mother and the Medicine Guardian, and, like, that this just reminds me of like the intuition and like the balance of the intuitive mind of the inner feminine and masculine, you know, and like just really letting your intuition be the medicine for the people, period. Like that's why I love divining. That's why I love TTALK. I love just reading cards. Like y'all just introduced that part of spiritual medicine into my life by just you know.
Gladly.
So, yeah. I love it.
Gladly. So I am pretty sure that time is ending, that it might already be up, but that's okay.
It was great. It was great reading.
This was a good episode, you know, full episode. And I'm so grateful for having you as a guest. Yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys want to book an intuitive healing session with myself, I do have 30-minute sessions where you can book. I pull cards based on your personal energy. Your ancestors' guides give you a message that is reflective of your personal experience. So you guys are interested in that, that's always linked down below. And you guys can work with Sita.
Yep. We'll give you a link for my services as well. I do astrology readings, I do divination, and moontime guidance, all kinds of different things. So, yes. Thanks for tuning in. Happy 50th episode to TTALK.
We're going up from here, okay? All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.